Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
From the gun, here's Mon.
And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now here's Ross. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
On their side of midfield at the 47.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. Touchdown, Vikings!
K.J. Osborne,
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury and having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now it's Herbert.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He was brought down by Michael Davis. From the 44, Mond. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. To throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Talk about flipping the script. That punt return 86 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. They get the stop defensively, force the punt, they score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 7-7, our score after one. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Looks to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Ross on the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first.
Herbert's throw taken in by Cook.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Herbert now. And brought in by the tight end Cook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Herbert on first down now.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Throwing again on second down. Herbert under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Chaz Surratt.
He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Herbert. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Herbert throwing again. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Second down at 5.
It's Eckler again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Out of the gun, Herbert. And fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, Eckler. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Finding room to the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The handoff, it's Eckler, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Eckler again, and he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down at 4. Mond out of the shotgun. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. What a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Touchdown, Chargers. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and it's third down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out?
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 6 there on first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Mond going to throw it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cakes.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because...
And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Setting up the screen for Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 6. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink it. Moment of truth, credit check. You not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look. Salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion. It's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking. Probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted. Playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest. The realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that out. You gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blowed her budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee deep, I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB go